So when last we left off, we shored up the world and protected it. So now we've got 7 people in our party, plus an 8th waiting for us. Here's our goal. We've got a bunch of stuff to look for. Gossip didn't fail me. Mark's in town. Kayla? It's been how many years now? Must be a few. You're much taller. So fill in those ears for me, old friend. Later. Remember how I used to build monsters out of sticks just to knock them down? Promised you that I was going to grow up and save the world. Who knew the world was going to need so much saving? Well, you know how life goes, how you drift away, forget what's important, then look around one morning and wonder what happened. But I want to make good on that promise. It would be an honor to fight by your side. And we're going to get some more hunters on the team. Shy's Dawnlings has reached Gap Heather. I've been waiting my whole life for this opportunity. Well, we haven't been around that long, but if you want, I could sign your, Huh? Listen, what if I told you that my father was a renowned cowherd? Not because he was any good with cattle, but because he beat a bull god in combat and won him good fortune. And then Grandpa. Legend is he threatened to flood so severely that it turned on its tail before it reached Gap Heather. Which is why the town continues to be known for its unmatched magical artifact museum. I think I've heard that story. The point is, my blood is the blood of exceptional people. You know what kind of pressure comes with that? And so I've been searching for a chance, any chance, to snag some renown of my own. Let me join you. Right then, let's see if we can't channel that hero juice into something useful. It's gonna oversaturate my team with hunters, but might get some more wood for the fire. You're gonna be up longer? Cathethian's already turning in. It's not that late, is it? I guess that stretch around the cliff today was rough. Somewhat. Anyway, want company? Don't feel obliged. I've heard all your bedtime stories 100 times each anyway. More wood. Oh, thanks. The fire wriggles through the fresh wood, happy as a mud dog. Adina's eyes grow tired. She begins to see things. I know what each of these options give. I think I'm going to take this one. Flickerings from the sight. Adina watches a story take shape. In Flemton Air Engine, there lived a young woman who had the makings of a mage. She'd been coaxing out her own mystical gift for years. She pushed and pulled energy from the rocks and the hills nearby. Her friends and elders hadn't seen such tricks before, if tricks they were. The young woman was a welcome curiosity. And as her skills grew, so did expectations. A defender of Flemton Air Engine wears more than a wooden bead around her neck. It fits you well. But when Thrixel feet came stomping and scraping, Adina shakes off the story's unpleasant end. The next day brings bitter anticipation. Yeah, it looks like a double tap there. Looks like they made a stand outside Flemton Air Engine proper. Bold move. Too bad it didn't work. Poor soul. The necklace is sturdy, but Adina carries it like a broken-winged bird. What have you got? Let me see. Armor, huh? Who needs... Dwinlin has no armor. Also, Cathethian's gonna retire. We're not gonna have Cathethian for the final chapter, it looks like, but we'll survive, presumably. That's a lot of guys. Let's see here. And then we can flare. Yeah, that'll be good. Somehow both of my warriors ended up in the same party. I'm not sure how that happened. Let's get that shred back. Get some damage on you. So that'll finish you off. Dang. Someone's coming through the door. Get that bootleg broad swipes. Another reason Raider is great. Stupid accuracy checks. That's not who I expected to hit with that, but that works. Also, she's on fire now. I don't know how that happened. Okay, let's back you up. Accuracy checks. Bonk. Windwalk is actually pretty good for positioning. But you're swift action stuff, so I don't think you really need it. But you also don't use melee attacks. I'm gonna re-roll this actually. Backslam might be interesting. On the farthest outreaches of Roster Prairie, I'll just do one last sweep over the next ridge and call it good. I think we've seen just about everything there is to see in this area. Halt! Who goes there? Who goes there? I'm armed. Show yourself. Show yourself. What the blazes? What the blazes? That's not funny. Stop it. That's not funny. Stop it. Who are you? What are you? Who am I? I'm Kayla. But I'm Kayla. I'm Kayla Wicklebill of Gap Heather. No, I'm Kayla Wicklebill of Gap Heather. You're some sort of changeling. I remember my childhood. I broke my leg when I was 7. It was a good life. I had this fishing pole. I'd go fishing whenever I could. That was my fishing pole. How could you know about that? What are you doing here? I was on patrol, just doing one last sweep. I was about to call it good. You have my memories. You have my thoughts. It's like there are 2 of me. If you're really me, then maybe we can talk this out. Okay then, Kayla, Gap Heather. Let's take this nice and easy, huh? See, I'm putting my weapons away. Your weapons? But those are my weapons! How did you get my weapons? They're our weapons, I suppose. You are me, or I'm you, maybe both. We don't just look the same, we have the same memories. I remember the same childhood. Breaking my leg, the fishing pole. I knew an old soldier once, crazy with a wooden leg. What was his name? Old Tria? Ha! Her name was Old Tria. Nice try, but I don't think you can trick me. You have my memories. You have my thoughts. It's like there are two of me. I need to get away from this thing. Now! Stay back! You get away from me! But we're the same! You have nothing to fear from me! No, wait, please! Get away! Let me help. Later. There you are, Kayla. We were worried. You alright? You look shaken. I met something in the woods. It looked just like me. It knew what I knew. It thought it was me. It was so scared and confused it ran away. Must have been some kind of changeling creature. Now that it's gone, it'll most likely revert back to its natural state. Unless it doesn't, in which case I guess there'd be another you wandering the world. Ha, can you imagine? That'd be weird, right? Oh, Splinter. Hey, I got a splinter. You say you got a splinter? Someone hiding their feelings from me. Isn't that what they say? So I got a splinter. You got a splinter? We're stopping for this. I got a, what looks like a, I got a mean splinter, see? Sliding past an elm. Taken out plenty of my own before. How deep? The distillery was just a bit further, so should this be our priority? Wow, that's some splinter. The more I look at it, the deeper in it seems to wriggle. I'm not sure I want to trust the guy with firearms to remove a wooden object from someone's arm. Whatever, I'll get it out later. Anyway, it's only a sign. A soul wants me who shouldn't. That's what I'll be thinking about. Lusky, what's with his hair? Shh, I don't know. But wait, next time we get a break, sure, we'll probably just fall out on its own though. Only it doesn't. Sometime later, Wit will look around and find the splinter gone, but a piercing pain will stitch inside him, a pain that comes and goes. An ancient elmish soul weaves its roots through his heart. Ouch. That's the elm soul theme. It's not one we've seen before yet, so I took it. And we get speed for not taking it out. Just keep that guy off my team. Not that we really needed it, but... Not sure what that guy thinks he's doing up there, but it's not very productive. I should be able to... Oh, there's two of them. Knock some health off you. Bunch of guys up here. Not gonna take those guys on yet. Oh god, batch me. Ollie is quick enough to nab the spirit. Get our legacy point. Then we zap this last guy in here. Alright, now I've got quite a bit of a pile up here. Archers only works on stuff that isn't already adjacent to scenery. You keel over and die due to poison. Since I can do both, I might as well. Oh no. I forgot about tentacles. Lusky's still alive. Just about. And the butler goes down. Okay. Oops. The terrain proves itself to be a stubborn obstacle, but the party eventually finds the mouth of a canyon. I don't know if it goes up, but it looks like it might go through. I know I came by this way before. I don't know how I missed it. Could be a trick of perspective. The wrong angle, the wrong distance, it would just look like a seamless cliffside. You two can keep talking. I'm gonna try walking. There is no worn path, but the trail through the gorge is passable. Rough, but mostly what one would expect. Mostly. Nestled into a small nook in the cliffside, there is a building. A store? Who would set up a store here? It's a half-day's hike to the nearest cottage, let alone a village. Sign above the door just says Armory. Sounds useful, at least. Let's find out. A solitary figure stands behind a counter. He seemed distracted, but quickly retreats to the party's entrance. Reacts to the party's entrance. Oh, you're here. Welcome, heroes, to Schmitz's Armory, where we bring you what you need to save the world. He smiles, his arm outstretched, gesturing at the empty shelves. It hovers there for a moment, and then he droops. That's what I'd like to say. Not a lot on display. I couldn't help but notice. Supply problems? Oh no, we have plenty back in the storage vault over there. Just... The runes are supposed to bring us to the heroes that need us, and I guess they did that, but a group of Draven were closer this time. This time? Do you get a lot of heroes passing through this canyon? Oh, the armory moves around a lot. Let's just say we go where there are heroes in need of help. So you have Draven in your storeroom. Not an ideal situation, as you can see. That does make it hard for us to purchase anything. Luckily, a group of heroes came along that can clear them out for me. Thought you said you were supposed to be helping us. This is a bit the opposite. I mean, it's what we do, but Adina has a point. I could take care of it myself, but I detest violence. You run an armory. Inherited business, great, it's complicated. The way I see it, I can make all that stuff again. If you clear them out, you can keep anything in there they haven't ruined. Okay, so we can do this, but are you sure you don't have anything out here that make the task a little easier? Let me see if there's anything under the counter that I can dig up. So this is from the Schmitz's Armory mod. Let's see. The parrying dagger is actually pretty good. Okay, this will be useful. It'll go to... Okay, it's 10 block, and you get bonus stuff after performing a successful block. Nope, that's not what I want. And that Terror Bird back there is actually a pretty important target, because if I don't kill it, it'll start buffing everybody. And when I do kill it, it debuffs everybody. Ouch. Okay, let's start getting our powerhouses into the room. Actually deal some damage. Bonk. Now, for completing this mission, we get a artifact. Hurricane kill buff, huh? This is the one where every time you stunt, you get extra speed, dodge, and range. That actually might be pretty darn good. And it's an axe, so we keep shred. Alright. Excellent work, everyone, and I see you found something still intact. You made it sound like there'd be less on these shelves. Oh, yes, well, if you're interested in mundane equipment, we have that in spades. We get to keep all of it, right? I did say that, technically. I'm detecting a butt coming. I must admit, I didn't account for everything in storage when I said that. I was thinking more about the more unique items back there. I need to melt most of this down for raw materials to craft replacements for what was lost. So how about this? If you bring me the right materials, I will make you whatever you like. No labor cost. Okay, that seems fair. We don't need to be greedy, right, guys? Of course. Wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoyed your visit to the armory. I'll try to remain in the area until you're finished with your heroing. But if you should return and this place has disappeared, know it's because somewhere in the world there are heroes with a greater need. Now, we've got plenty of time before the next round of calamities, so I am gonna... God, you still only have 3 health. That's really not ideal. 3 is better than 2, I guess. Pouring out there, and lightning, you were right. Stormy, she says. I've come through here before, it's normal. This way to Beruza Smelter follows dead roads, long washed to chalk stone, wheel scars and memory. The uneven fields beyond the scourge get swampy, especially in fall. They stretch a great distance, too sodden to invite a large settlement. Got this little cave, though. That's what I want. Everyone packed in a cave together. Wasn't here when I came this way. On a forceful gust, the rain comes chasing them, the rocks slicken, fragrant and dark. Perfect timing, right? Almost fateful timing. It's only a little, wait, how far back does it go? Wonder what we'll find. Probably rocks. As they stoop out of the rain, the world gives a tectonic shudder, and from outside, obliterating the rain noise, comes the clatter-smash of dropping rocks. It's no time before they're buried in darkness, listening to the earth grumble and turn over. As things calm, gritty dust stings the eyes, stuffs the nose, smelling of fresh split stone. That'd be a lame way to go. Huh. Well, good thing we were inside. Sort of, but... Luckily, fire's a simple matter for Lusky. We're taking a longer look, I guess. Hey, is this worked stone? Yeah. Yeah, the way forks. We got stairs here. They can't be fresh. And this is looks random, but some other passage. Cold draft from there, very cold. If they're stairs, then a warm hand once carved them. I find that comforting. Careful, look under enough rocks and you will find a snake. You still saying that snake thing? I don't know. I think none of these rewards are very interesting to me, but I'll follow the chili passage because I don't do that very often, and also it's one of the more interesting decisions. A cold tunnel in the mountains. Doesn't that sound like a story we'll like to tell? By a warm fire, maybe. Inside the passage, the chill turns sharp and invasive. The draft steadies and mounts, moistening as they forge against it. It colonizes their hair, erecting 1,000 tiny castles of frost that melt at a touch. Solid ice. It feels like ice, but it's milky smooth. It's beautiful. Stop talking like that, it's weird. Travelers? Shh, what was that? A snow-quiet voice calls from within. I just can hear your chatter, my wandering weagles. Oh. Dwinlin sets the lantern down. Yes, intrepid travelers, tip your tender toes in here. take the frost inside your bodies. Come and stand before my chair. Every long-blown breath the creature exhales forms a clear, frigid note. Sorry, that was kind of a surprise. Didn't realize someone was here. I seldom catch much notice. Winterlock, the craven cold, the bleakening worth, and wise wight of winter. Suchly and stingily was I named in songs the minstrels dared to sing. Winterlock, nothing in text has ever crossed my palms. You? But oh, I feel, is that only their sun-fused skin radiating so, or... Ah, the dreadful burning mark he brings! The fire... Oh, wait, I forgot Lusky had the fire theme. The fire-caller's progeny, step back! How wretchedly they conflagrate, how flagrant they flout the night's dark and all-coldening law. Your speech rings almost musically to me. Are you a lonesome minstrel yourself down here, in your empire of ice? Or are you changed to be what you appear as now? Imagine if I were a minstrel and wore a charming countenance. All would have passed much different for me, yes, and for the world above. I once walked your glade lands bright, all slicky and sticky and sweaty and warm. You bring that odor in your heat-breathing chests. The tree things, bee things, bird wings and worms. Probably me. I should have washed in the rain. All that's distasteful to you? I hate all parts of that sun-lusting and salted and moss-mantled place. Winterlock's shrill shout puts a clambering cold in each listener's lungs, like a deep and unerupting cough they'd wish out. I was hunted to my heels, you know, chased to the inhospitable bowels of the mountains, where only long toil could carve such icy underways as these. It's a repeating story. Each telling feels a little sadder. How the unique faces folks take to calling monster and run from town. You don't have to let that be the end. You know you can live up there again. Why wouldn't you? That is because I made a promise. A promise I've since scolded myself to keep. That I'd never try my loved and only life there, where cold is called callous and an ember coddled and cupped. I swore to stay with my stratified ice, my lovely and long-boned ice, until such time as I might walk again behind the whitening wind. And should that meltsome world one day drip molten drops upon my chair, my shield, my trusty shield I would raise high, and with it smash their heads. Winterlock advances. Unique option that's gotta take him. This tunnel's gonna be a river if you upset me. Sorry, no, don't. I was only... Winterlock huddles away from Lusky's heat. Maybe someone take... No, my trusty shield. Make another. This one's ours. I don't like you trying to bash anyone's head with it. And now we'll be going. Remember what I said. A river. This whole place. A sea. All of you go quickly. That thing fears me, but I feel uneasily that it shouldn't. Not gonna try the stairs? What did I just finish saying? The dripping cave entrance has slid partway open, wide enough for them to slip out. The air is blinding and warm. Help, let's bury it. They do what they can, heaving boulders into place, stacking little stones. Another adventure, huh? Come on, Rock. I don't know, that thing is older than adventures. A while before sundown, the work is done. Next few rains should wash mud and things down, mortar the cracks, cover it over. What about this shield? Ice cold, but the thing's not melting. Wrap the grip and could end up using it, if we feel okay. Maybe there's danger in it? They march on to a late-day skirmish at Beruza Smelter. Though they'll think of it often and write journals of a weird and wintry figure, none of them will ever find the buried crossroads again. And Lusky gets some warding for the 2 fights he's gonna be in before the campaign ends. Freeze on block. Do I have... Nobody can actually hold this. I mean, I guess I'm not using the hurl axe, but that's gonna be more useful. I mean, I can just give this to Cathithian and then give her a one-handed weapon to use at some point. That's probably the best option. Just keep it on hand. Okay. Clear out the front room without too much issue. Oh, there's a butler over there. Okay. Bah. That was a short-lived hidden. Okay, now I've got to get rid of the butler as quickly as possible. Luckily, Cone of Fire is buffed while Lusky's standing on fire. Zap. This is probably a terrible idea, but I'm doing it anyway. Now, before I do anything about that, both of them are dead because that last one's poisoned, so I might as well just end the turn now. Boom, we're done. And we've got a rivalry forming. Accuracy, 8 accuracy. Nobody has any free hand with which to actually do anything with that. Camp can go here, sure, but who thinks I wouldn't climb that tree if I wanted? Fire doesn't need to be big, does it? I thought you always wanted a big one. I don't know, need to be able to cook. In the quiet dark that follows battle, they forge a camp on the hillside. How many times has it been like this? How many times will it be so again? What's with Cabbage Head? The wind is dead. The moon is new. Did you know every star belongs to an owl, and every owl a star? I always took that to mean owls are lonely, lovelorn, exiled maybe from a cosmic country. All nightly things have a place. Some seek light or shed it, and others wear the dew in dark. You and I shouldn't get along. Bad for morale. Day will come, and dreadful work be needed, ever as it was the day gone by.